Hello, Trainee Technician. Welcome to the Engineering Department. I am Stek RBLX and I am a staff engineer. Now, this video is going to be a little bit of an orientation or a guide to get you started in the engineering department. And this is public, so I'm not going to leak anything, but let's get started. So, the site I'm currently at is called Power Plant. And let me show you a bit what we have around here. So, our home-based power plant has a few things, as you can tell. There's an Osprey, some Humvees, and the main building. And as a trainee technician, you can only do a few things. So, let's get started with the most obvious thing is, right here, there's a vault. This, light area is clearly off limits, and you're not allowed in here. But in here, there's just, the main ore area. You're only permitted in here if a staff engineer, such as myself, gives you permission to. And there's also just a crafting table, but you should not be in here as a trainee technician. You also are not permitted to touch any aerial vehicles or leave power plant. You have to be inside this fence at all times. But what you can do is mine. Over here, following this path, is a mine called O20. Entity O20 to be more specific. In here, there's obviously the standard, let's show you around, the surface level ores. This is the same thing as TSZ basically. And there's some more here at the end. There's also an elevator which takes you down into the O20 mine shaft, which is very dark. And you probably can't see, but in here there's ores. You're just not allowed to go to layer 3. So yeah. Now, let's move on to the next section, because, yeah, this is basically a power plant, what you gotta do. Now, let's get started with crafting. So, I'll be heading to the vault for that, which is where, as a technician, or above, you'll be spending most of your crafting time. And again, the vault is just right here around the garage. So, right here is the vault. Down here. Fun fact, SC and RD are not permitted to cross this line unless they have something to do again on their duties, such as taking out someone or taking out someone. Right here are ores and a crafting table. Let's get started with ores first. So there's 9 ores: iron, aluminum, copper, lead, zinc, silver, gold, titanium, and lithium. Lithium's basically useless, but how ores work is you click on it to grab one. Wow, I have an aluminum ore box. You can grab up to 10, and then you can't grab any more. You can also grab up to 3 different containers, but nothing more. To put it back, hold it out and click on the appropriate area. So if I have some lead, I can't put it in iron, I have to put it in lead. And yeah, you cannot have more than 10 items in each bin. You can only have 4 boxes. And if and whatever ores you have show up here. So 1 aluminum. If I close the menu, I now have 2 aluminum. Got 2 aluminum and 1 iron. So it kind of tells you, but anyway, in the crafting menu, here's how this works. To the left, this shows you all of your ores, and this is the crafting grid. If you're on the ED team, you also have access to the recipe book, where there's all buildings, weapons, tools, vehicles, and other. So for example, in buildings, you could make a black bishop for 4 aluminum. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you have enough, just press craft and you get it. Boom. Now, certain things are a bit harder, like an air purifier. There's no ore called heater, which is where you have to search, preferably in all, for heater, and you have to make that separately. So I'll just make an air purifier quickly. 2 gold, 1 lead, 1 titanium, and you just do this again. Fun fact, if you're there we go, that's 4 heaters. Next up, air purifier. Just add a titanium, and it crafts. Isn't that so epic? I now have a random air purifier. What am I gonna do with this? You can also craft vehicles, such as, one second, you can craft like an Osprey, and I'll show you how to make that. You need fuselage, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Left engine, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, that's silver. You don't want silver. And put that back as 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. If you make a mistake, just put it away. that's all the parts. You might notice it's a little bit hard to read. Just click on something and you can see that's a left engine. So yeah, so I kind of guess around, but if you press craft, and you have to have all the parts obviously. Fuselage, left engine, right engine, wing. Now you might notice that's not crafting. There's a simple solution to that. If we just go outside, if we just that's the air purifier, don't worry. If we go outside, Osprey spawns here. Also, 1 second. Osprey spawn on the helipad, and also to other air vehicles. So if there's something on here, you have to get rid of it. Best way, get in, if you're TE, obviously. If you're not, just ask someone else to do it. Back it up. Really easy, just back it up. And land. Obviously, on site, you are not permitted to do this as a trainee technician, so please be careful in what you do. I am not responsible for wherever you do, and if you screw up, that is your fault. I am not responsible for what you do. Thumbs up. Alright, and now, we should be able to craft our Osprey. And there we go, it's going to be on the helipad. Now, there's also something else I should cover, inventory management. You have an upper inventory and a lower inventory. And you can also craft crates. I'm going to craft a weapons crate because these are fun. 1, 2, 1, 2, and boom. On a crate, when holding it out, you can interact with it to see what's inside. And you can also just place it down. We'll cover building later. You can place stuff inside of it, for example, a wrench, pick it up, and you can see what's inside. You can't really take it out from here. You have to place it down, interact, and then take it out. Really simple, really straightforward. So now if we go outside, we can show you the Osprey that I made. So here is our crafted Osprey. It spawns here. Land vehicles will spawn in these two areas over here. And this ED truck is ours. You have to be an adept technician to drive it. So there's also a vehicle called a snowmobile. This is also limited to adept technicians only. You can craft this. And it's not fast, so I don't recommend it. Alright, let's get started with building. Now, if I just give myself a HESCO barrier, this is a very versatile building tool. When holding out something that can be placed, you will notice a green or red outline. If I can't place it, it becomes red. If it's green, I can place it. I just click to place. And there you go, it's a real object. If I hold out a hammer, I can pick it up. Very straightforward, very simple. If you want to hop in a private server, just open F2, give yourself something, like a HESCO barrier, and just practice placing down stuff. You're also going to have to read the guidelines, the ED guidelines, to figure out more about building. You can also snap, so yeah. Driving is another simple thing, so let's just take this, let me give myself a Humvee. By doing vehicle and Humvee. You can learn these commands for yourself for practice. So a Humvee, you just use W, A, S, and D. What do you expect? There's nothing really much else for Humvees. Just W, A, S, and D like in most other games. You can drive around. And this road right here is the main road. It's between Power Plant, TSZ, and EA. So Power Plant and TSZ is where we're going to do most of your work. So we'll just go down this road and up this bridge. So if I just raise the fog real quick, just do fog 2000. Over there is a shipyard. That is where we do shipments, and I'll cover that later. So let's continue. And this road goes all the way down to TSZ, and we'll get there in a moment. So that little road goes all the way to the shipyard, and I'll show you around the shipyard in a second. That's part of our later. That tunnel over there, that goes all the way to entity area. It goes down, or you can go out and go to entity area bunkers. Check out the map and the Trello for more information. And there's also a better updated map that I'll show you in a second. So we just continue this way. And this right here is TSZ over here. If we just make a right, and over here is a gate, we can just open the gate with our key card because ED is special. And the ED spawn is a building over there in the back. I'll show you. You just follow this road. Over here at the dumpsters, make a left. Don't go that way. Make a left. Keep going. That's a storage unit. That's another storage unit. And that's the SC Armory. We'll cover that later. And here we go. Here's the ED spawn. So you can just park that here, or you can open the door, park it there, wherever you want. There's also a push door for your convenience. And, of course, like power plant, crafting table, or depot. Really simple, really straightforward. Now, at TSZ, SC might request you to craft something, right? And here is the SC Armory. Usually you might want to put it in a weapons crate or something else. Just walk in here. You have perms. I have perms. You have perms. Walk in, go here, and you can place it for them either here, or here, just wherever you want, somewhere convenient. Shields, I recommend putting shields here, because that's a nice spot. And this little screen just shows you how many SC are online. That's really it for stocking and transport. So, the next thing we're going to do is, I'll show you how to flare a vehicle. So, if I get that Humvee over here, give myself a TS-50 mine, and a homemade pistol. That is not what I want. So a TS-50 mine is very useful for clearing out vehicles, especially if they're stuck. You can either place it nearby or on a vehicle like that, and if you're lucky, it'll go off on its own. Sometimes, though, you might have to encourage it. Or not. There you go, now it's off on its own. Now you might notice, this Humvee is no longer usable. It's on fire, there's nothing you can do about it. Yes, there is. If you have 2 aluminium, which is really easy, craft ALU, nope, not ALU, sorry, flare. You can just, for 2 aluminum, craft a red flare. This is not a glow stick. If you press L, nothing's going to happen. I actually just de-equipped my glow stick. So this flare, here's what it does. If you place it on a destroyed vehicle or nearby, just click and place it. A automatic Osprey will spawn in and come pick it up. So we'll just wait for that. That smoke's going to start building up. And the automatic Osprey will spawn in and pick up the vehicle. There's the Osprey. Now, there's no collision, so just don't even try. It's going to come in, stop on top, pick it up, and get rid of it. While we're here, oop, there we go. So yeah, as you can see, it's going to pick it up and bring it away. The flare will eventually despawn. Another thing ED does is repair doors like that. Let's say, oh no, the gate's down. I shut the gate and crash. You might notice it's kind of scuffed and you can't open it anymore. It might even fall down sometimes. Take out your wrench, click on it. So easy. You can literally walk away and unequip your wrench, but once that repairing bar fills up, it'll repair it. You can also do the same with a vehicle. Boom, it fixes itself and you can use the gate again. This works the same on vehicles. Just hold it out, click on it, and it'll show repairing. Now let's do a little bit of a go-to. Let's go to EA entrance. Now, if you go to EA, we have one very important duty called using entity 004. Now, this right here is the EA bunkers. Once the train loads, and also there's a helipad right here. Right here is the helipad. This is where you land. You can also come in from there. And over there is the tunnel entrance. And there's an airstrip up there. That's our spawn. And if you just go into here, you can consult the map, by the way. If you just go down in here, go down, make a left, pass the scanner. Oh no, I'm armed. Right here is entity 004. You can open this, you can walk in. You're allowed to be in here. And this is the anomalous vending machine. You can turn it on and off with these switches. Your also duty is to make sure it's off when it's not in use. And somebody please fix these switches. When it's on, you can interact with it. And you can order something like, I don't know, double tap. There's a list, I believe some public list of 004 drinks. But you'll most likely know what to do because it'll be requested. And you can drink it. Wow. Just make sure to turn it off when you're done. Really simple. Alright, next up, let's go to main encampment. This right here is main encampment. We spawn in this building right here. SU spawns in that building. And over here at the tower, there's two things that are our stuff. We have the fog meter and the generators. The fog meter shows you how much fog there is. Remember, I set the fog to 2000. If I do fog 3000 or 300, it'll show that. It'll show the in-game fog too. And the generators are just lights. If I just turn this off, lights turn off. If I turn it on, lights turn on. Only ED and RW can interact with this. If I also go to the old main encampment by going to go to encampment, dock is fine. This is the old main encampment, and over back there are also some more generators. One of them is for EA, and one of them is the default ME generator. You can just go down here, and opening this backwards push door, this is the generator. You can same thing, shut down, power on, same thing, simple, very simple. Now let's go back to power plant. Actually, no, let's continue here, sorry. So in radio, never say an entity location, like 004, spotted in Tundra. Never say that. Always DM or ping a TC about it. And also don't say when you're done with a request or anything that can put you at risk. There's also another, this is, I believe, another generator. Just never say anything that can put you at risk, because RW can spy on the radio. In case you don't know, the Red Wolves can see our radio. We can see theirs by going to channel 15. This is their radio. They can see ours by going to channel 10. Just don't say anything that can get us compromised. Now with guns, ED is allowed one gun. Give Stack RBLX the AK-47. We're allowed to use this gun for defending ED work zones. That's power plant, a refinery, or spawns, such as that. You can also use a handgun for self-defense in case there's some sort of situation. But that's literally it. That's all you can use weapons for. So I hope you enjoyed this little orientation. If you have any questions, be sure to ping me in the engineering department server, or ask them in Q&A, and I'll try to answer them. So with all of that, good luck, trainee. You'll need it.